This is video 34. We're in the summer of 1706. There are some things that happened during this video that have been explained in more detail on previous videos, so I would urge anybody that wants to check up on them to go back there. In the last video, that's 33, you'll have noticed that both armies were fought and now of course eradicated, because just there were two armies in front of that unit there. What I'm going to do now with this small army, it's just two lots of infantry and one lot of cavalry, is move them into that fort there, right next to Alsace-Lorraine. They can defend that better than when being out in the open. And also we're near enough to be able to go in and raid and come back out again. Continually raid like we do, like I've shown previously. Okay, there's my other fort. Just make sure we can recruit to any diminished infantry units we can afford. So I'm going to quick look over now just to see what the situation is with the fleets. If you remember, we sent our fleets into there after having beaten the French fleet for it to get repaired. It is repaired now, so we need to get that out again, get it out into the English Channel. You have to sit on a trade route that you're stealing from for a while. It's a turn before you can start making any money out of that theft. So I try and leave at least one ship in place while I move my other ships around. So I've always got at least one that remains on the trade route stealing. If you remember, I said before there are two trade routes coming into France there, one from the northeast and one of them from the southwest. So I cover both of them, that's why I've got fleets in both places. You notice I'm raising fleets in every turn, really. Sometimes in more than one theatre. I'm stealing ships as well, and my fleets are still small in comparison to other nations. We don't start with very good ports, we just have one trading port when we begin the game. Okay, over into the American theatre, just to check what's going on here before we get towards the end of turn. Usual story, just making sure that I've got troops in my ports. Stops people being able to damage your ports with ships. It's bad enough having a port blockaded, but when they attack it and occupy it with a ship and then damage it as well at the same time, causes monetary problems. Just looking at my agents now, seeing what they're up to. He's still in the what's now the well, it is the Bavarian school. Do you remember I moved him to the Bavarian school? This is the school I'm building for the gentleman that appeared on this island, this Caribbean island. Move him into the building now. The building won't be finished till next turn though, I'm afraid. It'll tell you on there, 1 on there. That's the number of turns it's going to take. That fleet's going to become useful to me again soon, I'm sure it is. There must be something that Spain or wherever is going to want to send out a merchant ship. Just having a quick look around, see if there's one there for me right now. Check up on Cuba while I'm here. Can I tax it yet? How much can I tax it? As explained on previous videos. Checking on the overall trade values. What trade I get from where, with whom. See where I'm being raided as well, the flashing. Not very much this time, so we're doing quite well. We're not making a great deal of money though, so if one of those trade routes gets affected, we could end up going into the red. Good income we got from the Ottomans there, by swapping over from Mysore. And that's the end of turn. As we approach the winter of 1706, the British and the French moves will be shown. All the others I'll cut out because they don't do anything really of significance to us. Okay, as one British fleet leaves, another small one returns. I wonder if he'll put that British fleet in France for me, you know, that army in France for me. French moves, got a French army going south there instead of coming in my direction. Now, isn't that a refreshing change? Oh, and here's a fleet that thinks it's nice and safe coming back to France to repair itself. Oh dear. What a silly decision that was to make. So, there you go. We know what our target is now, don't we? End of turn. Let's flick through all the things that have happened. Technology theft failed. Let's get him back into the school, stealing it. We want that square formation, please. So get your job done. Stolen the plug bayonet for us. And, I think you got landing closures as well. No, I certainly didn't raise it. So I'd like to have the square formation as well, please. Anyway, just checking down here now. Who's allied to who? And if we can trade any technology. What happens, you make them an offer. The counter offer is the one on the left. You can then choose to do something different. Okay, we're going to give a counter offer to this one. They're asking too much, basically. Tip for you, on here, if you click on the naught in the middle there, you can type in the amount that you want to pay. If you click on those arrows right and left of that amount there, it'll go up by thousands. A lot of people don't realise you can actually type in an amount that you want to give. He's not accepting it anyway, but I have in the past got away with giving, say, 400 or 500 instead of going straight to the 1,000 in order to negotiate on, say, technologies that I want to buy. The Dutch do struggle with improving their technology, so I'll do anything, particularly with nations that are a long way away from me, like the Ottomans. They only really pose a threat as a sea power to me because they're too far away, certainly at this stage in the game. So I don't mind giving them, you know, sort of land-based technologies like plug bayonets or whatever. Here we go again. I've shown this before. Send a unit into an enemy building and just keep going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of the enemy building until the bar on the right of the building goes down in the red all the way down to 0, so it costs him more money to repair it. Okay, just having a look at that fleet now. Do you remember I consolidated that, took out my repaired ships and put it into that fleet there in the English Channel, and there's that French ship that appeared limping home to get its repairs. Now, one of the anomalies of the game here is you can't see which particular ship your army is on. So there, what I had to do, and I phased that one out, is take a ship out, take another ship out, take another one out, keep taking ships out until I find which ship has got the one with the soldier on. And it took ages and ages to do that. So I'm a bit peeved about it because I ended up having to lose my monopoly over that trade route as well. So anyhow, I spared you that by phasing that one out and just simply brought the fleet that I've selected with the soldier on it that I want. So I'm dropping him off as I've shown before, just next to the port. Going to use those infantry to pop out those ships next time and attack them.